Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Enduring bitterness with the hope of a sweet reward might not always pay off. If the fruit isn't as sweet as anticipated, waiting in discomfort could lead to missed opportunities and lingering regrets. Is the promise of eventual sweetness worth the present hardship? Instead of solely relying on patience, actively seek ways to improve your current situation. Balance patience with proactive efforts to make the journey less bitter. Reevaluate your goals to ensure they're worth the wait and adjust your approach as needed. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. Focusing on countless small tasks can be overwhelming and may dilute your passion. Spontaneity can spark innovation that meticulous planning might stifle. Are we sacrificing creativity by avoiding impulse altogether? Integrate both careful planning and spontaneous action. Allow yourself the flexibility to adapt and seize unexpected opportunities. Break down your goals, but stay open to inspiration that may not fit into a predefined plan. All things are difficult before they are easy. If difficulty is a given at the start, it's tempting to avoid beginning altogether. The fear of initial hardship can be paralyzing. Why embark on a path that's guaranteed to be tough from the outset? Acknowledge that challenges are part of growth, but don't let them deter you. Start with manageable steps to build confidence. Seek support and resources to ease the initial difficulty, making the journey more approachable. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Relying on patience and time alone may lead to stagnation. Important battles in life often require immediate action and decisiveness. Are patience and time enough to overcome urgent challenges? Combine patience and time with strategic action. Recognize when to wait and when to act swiftly. Use patience to stay grounded, but don't hesitate to take bold steps when necessary to achieve your objectives. Good things come to those who wait. Waiting passively might result in nothing changing at all. The world moves quickly, and opportunities can pass by in an instant. Is patience a virtue or an excuse for inaction? Transform waiting into active preparation. While being patient, continue to develop your skills and seek opportunities. Take initiative so that when good things come, you're ready to embrace them fully. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Nature's pace can be slow and unforgiving, and in a fast-paced world, mimicking it might leave you behind. Does adhering to nature's timing hinder progress in today's society? Learn from nature's patience, but adapt it to modern life. Find a personal rhythm that balances patience with timely action. Use patience to make thoughtful decisions without losing momentum in pursuing your goals. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Moving too slowly can mean missing critical deadlines and opportunities. In some cases, speed is essential. Does a lack of urgency undermine the importance of timely progress? Pace yourself appropriately for each goal. Recognize when slow and steady is beneficial and when it's crucial to accelerate. Stay persistent, but remain adaptable to the demands of different situations. Pursue your dreams with patience and persistence. Overemphasizing patience might dampen the fiery ambition needed to achieve dreams. Waiting too long could lead to missed chances. Is patience diluting your drive to make things happen now? Combine patience with decisive action. Set clear, actionable steps toward your dreams and tackle them consistently. Use patience to stay resilient, but keep your momentum by celebrating small victories along the way. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Counting on patience to magically erase obstacles may be unrealistic. Some challenges require direct action and problem solving. Are we misleading ourselves by expecting patience to solve everything? Use patience and perseverance as tools alongside practical strategies. Actively engage with your difficulties to overcome them. Recognize that while patience helps, it's your actions that ultimately remove obstacles. Time is the wisest counselor of all. Solely relying on time for wisdom might delay necessary decisions. Important opportunities may slip away while we wait for clarity. Is deferring to time an avoidance of responsibility? Seek wisdom through reflection and learning in the present. Consult mentors, gather information, and trust your judgment. Use time to gain perspective, but don't let it hinder you from making timely choices. The trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. Waiting for something to mature slowly might mean missing out on opportunities that are ripe now. What if the best fruit isn't worth the long wait after all? In our fast-paced world, is it practical to invest time in slow growth when quicker options are available? Perhaps the emphasis on slowness overlooks the value of timely action and adaptability. Balance patience with proactive steps. While nurturing long-term goals, also engage in pursuits that offer immediate rewards. Evaluate whether what you're investing in truly aligns with your objectives, and be open to adjusting your path to include both slow-growing and fast-yielding endeavors. One moment of patience may ward off great disaster. One moment of impatience may ruin a whole life. Relying too heavily on patience might cause us to miss critical opportunities that require swift action. Is it fair to suggest that a single moment defines our entire life? Sometimes, impatience can lead to necessary change and progress. Are we overestimating the impact of one moment while underestimating our ability to recover from mistakes? Cultivate discernment to know when patience is beneficial and when decisive action is needed. Reflect before you act, but don't let fear of potential disaster prevent you from moving forward. Embrace a balanced approach that allows for thoughtful decisions without paralyzing hesitation. Rivers know this. There is no hurry. We shall get there someday. Adopting a leisurely pace might lead to stagnation or missed opportunities in a world that often demands urgency. Unlike rivers, we have limited time and specific goals to achieve. Is it wise to proceed without any sense of urgency when time-sensitive matters are at stake? While it's important not to rush unnecessarily, setting clear timelines can help maintain momentum. Prioritize your goals and create a realistic schedule that allows for steady progress. This way, you can move forward calmly without losing sight of your objectives. Have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. Accepting that everything starts difficult might discourage us from trying new things. What if patience isn't enough to overcome certain challenges? Relying solely on patience could lead to prolonged struggles without seeking solutions to make things easier. Combine patience with active problem solving. Break tasks into manageable steps and seek guidance when needed. By proactively addressing difficulties, you increase the likelihood of overcoming obstacles and making progress more attainable. Pursue some path, however narrow and crooked, in which you can walk with love and reverence. Following a narrow and crooked path might limit your opportunities and growth. Is passion alone sufficient when the path doesn't lead to your desired destination? Perhaps broadening your horizons could offer more fulfilling experiences and achievements. While it's important to follow your passions, also consider exploring paths that offer growth and align with your values. Stay open to new experiences that may broaden your perspective and enhance your journey. Balance personal fulfillment with opportunities that contribute to your overall goals. The key to everything is patience. You get the chicken by hatching the egg, not by smashing it. Overemphasizing patience might cause you to miss the need for timely action. Some situations require decisive moves rather than waiting passively. Is patience truly the key to everything, or just one aspect of success? Use patience strategically alongside proactive efforts. Recognize when it's time to wait and when it's time to act. Nurture your goals carefully, but don't hesitate to adjust your approach if circumstances demand it. Patience is the companion of wisdom. Is patience always a sign of wisdom, or can it sometimes be a mask for indecision or fear? In certain scenarios, immediate action is the wiser choice. By equating patience with wisdom, are we potentially ignoring other important traits like courage and adaptability? Develop a well-rounded approach to wisdom that includes patience, but also values timely action. Reflect on your decisions, but be prepared to move forward confidently when the situation requires it. Balance patience with assertiveness to navigate life's complexities. Everything comes if a man will only wait. Waiting without action might lead to missed opportunities and unfulfilled desires. Is it realistic to expect that everything we want will come solely through patience? This mindset could promote complacency rather than encouraging proactive pursuit of our goals. Pair patience with deliberate effort. Set clear objectives and take consistent steps toward achieving them. Understand that while patience is valuable, it should complement active engagement rather than replace it. He that can have patience can have what he will. Patience alone doesn't guarantee success. Other factors like effort, skill, and opportunity play significant roles. Is it misleading to suggest that patience is the sole determinant of achieving our desires? This belief might set unrealistic expectations and overlook the need for action. Cultivate patience as part of a broader strategy that includes hard work and adaptability. Recognize that success often requires a combination of qualities. Be patient with the process, but remain actively involved in pursuing your goals. Slow and steady wins the race. Moving too slowly might cause you to fall behind in a competitive environment. Is steadiness enough when others are advancing rapidly? Sometimes, agility and speed are necessary to seize opportunities. Could this adage encourage complacency in situations that demand prompt action? Maintain consistency, but be adaptable to the pace required by different situations. Strive for a balance between steadiness and responsiveness. By adjusting your speed when necessary, you can stay competitive while remaining focused on your long-term goals. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Maintaining a good attitude while waiting sounds ideal, but is it always realistic? Life's pressures can make it difficult to stay positive during delays. Perhaps expecting constant positivity adds unnecessary stress. Should we force ourselves to feel a certain way while waiting, or is it okay to acknowledge frustration and impatience? Accept your feelings during periods of waiting, whether positive or negative. Instead of striving for a perfect attitude, focus on mindfulness and self-compassion. Use the waiting time to reflect, plan, or simply take a mental break without pressuring yourself to feel a specific way. The waiting time, my brothers, is the hardest time of all. Labeling waiting as the hardest part might amplify anxiety and make the period seem unbearable. Does this perspective hinder our ability to find value in the present moment? By fixating on the difficulty of waiting, are we overlooking opportunities that exist right now? Shift your focus from the hardship of waiting to the possibilities within it. Engage in activities that enrich your life during this time. Set short-term goals to make the waiting period more productive and less burdensome, turning it into a valuable part of your journey. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. While nature operates without haste, human life often requires timely action. Can we afford to adopt nature's pace in a world with deadlines and responsibilities? Perhaps this ideal overlooks the practicalities of modern living, where waiting can lead to missed chances. Find a balance between patience and timely action. Embrace the calmness of nature when possible, but remain aware of when urgency is necessary. Prioritize tasks and set realistic timelines to ensure you accomplish your goals without unnecessary stress or delay. It always seems impossible until it's done. Viewing tasks as impossible might discourage us from even starting. Does this mindset create a self-fulfilling prophecy of defeat? By emphasizing the seeming impossibility, are we undermining our confidence and ability to tackle challenges head-on? Reframe daunting tasks as achievable steps rather than insurmountable obstacles. Build confidence by recalling past successes. Break down goals into manageable actions and celebrate progress along the way to maintain motivation and overcome feelings of impossibility. To lose patience is to lose the battle. Equating a loss of patience with total defeat might be too harsh. Everyone experiences impatience. Does that mean we're destined to fail? This perspective could promote guilt rather than growth. Is it fair to measure success solely by our ability to remain patient? Recognize that moments of impatience are natural and can be used as signals to reassess your approach. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as opportunities to pause and adjust. Cultivate resilience by understanding that persistence, not perfection, leads to success. Be patient. Everything is coming together. Relying on the idea that everything will eventually align might lead to complacency. What if waiting passively causes us to miss out on making things happen? Is patience enough, or do we need to actively work towards bringing things together? Combine patience with proactive efforts. While trusting the process, take deliberate actions toward your goals. Stay engaged and adaptable, ensuring that you're contributing to the progress rather than solely waiting for things to happen. Success is born out of faith, an undying passion, and a relentless drive. This formula for success might overlook external factors like opportunity and privilege. Does promoting an undying passion risk burnout or neglect of other important life aspects? Is relentless drive sustainable, or could it lead to imbalance and exhaustion? Pursue your goals with enthusiasm, but also with self-awareness. Set boundaries to maintain well-being while striving for success. Acknowledge external factors and focus on what you can control, cultivating a balanced approach that includes rest and reflection. The more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see in others. Self-knowledge doesn't automatically translate to patience with others. What if understanding yourself highlights differences that make patience harder? Does this imply that impatience is a sign of self-ignorance, potentially oversimplifying complex interpersonal dynamics? Use self-awareness as a foundation for empathy. Recognize your triggers and biases to better navigate interactions with others. Practice active listening and seek to understand different perspectives, which can enhance patience and improve relationships. 1 minute of patience, 10 years of peace. Expecting a brief moment of patience to yield a decade of peace might be unrealistic. Life's challenges often require ongoing effort and patience. Does this proverb set up false expectations about the ease of achieving long-term tranquility? View patience as a continual practice rather than a one-time act. Commit to cultivating patience in various situations to foster lasting peace. Embrace patience as a habit that contributes to long-term well-being, recognizing that sustained effort yields enduring results. Patience is a conquering virtue. Elevating patience to a conquering force might ignore other vital qualities like courage, innovation, and action. Can patience alone overcome obstacles, or do we risk becoming passive in the face of challenges? Is it possible that overvaluing patience could hinder proactive problem solving? Integrate patience with decisive action and critical thinking. Recognize when to wait and when to take initiative. Develop a well-rounded approach that leverages patience as one of several virtues necessary for overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals. Be like a postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there. Focusing solely on one goal might limit our potential to explore diverse opportunities. In a rapidly changing world, adhering strictly to a single path could render us inflexible and unprepared for unexpected challenges. Is it wise to ignore other possibilities that could enrich our lives? Perhaps being too singular in focus stifles creativity and personal growth. While commitment is valuable, allow yourself the flexibility to adapt and explore. Diversify your interests and be open to new experiences that align with your overarching goals. Balance dedication with adaptability to navigate life's uncertainties effectively. Regularly reassess your objectives to ensure they still resonate with your evolving self. To wait is not to hope, it is to expect. Expectation without action may lead to disappointment. Waiting passively might create a false sense of entitlement, assuming that time alone will bring about desired outcomes. Does mere expectation suffice in achieving our goals? Perhaps relying solely on anticipation hinders us from taking necessary steps toward fulfillment. Transform your expectations into proactive plans. While it's okay to anticipate positive outcomes, pair your waiting with deliberate actions. Set realistic goals and work steadily towards them. By combining patience with effort, you increase the likelihood of turning expectations into reality. Perfection is attained by slow degrees. It requires the hand of time. The pursuit of perfection can become an endless journey, leading to paralysis by analysis. Waiting for perfection might prevent us from appreciating the value of imperfection and the lessons it brings. Is the relentless quest for flawlessness obstructing our ability to progress and innovate? Aim for excellence rather than perfection. Embrace imperfections as opportunities for learning and growth. Set achievable standards and recognize that progress often comes through iterative efforts. Allow time to refine your work, but don't let the desire for perfection hinder you from moving forward. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. This perspective might pressure us into taking unnecessary risks out of fear of future regret. Not all opportunities are beneficial, and some may lead to adverse outcomes. Is it realistic to believe that taking every chance will lead to fulfillment? Perhaps discernment is just as important as seizing opportunities. Make thoughtful decisions by weighing the potential risks and benefits of each opportunity. Trust your judgment and values when choosing which chances to take. It's okay to pass on opportunities that don't align with your goals. Reflect on your choices without dwelling on regret, and focus on learning from each experience. Endurance is nobler than strength, and patience than beauty. Prioritizing endurance and patience over strength and beauty might overlook the importance of balance. Endurance without strategy can lead to unnecessary hardship, and patience without action may result in stagnation. Are we undervaluing other virtues that contribute to a well-rounded character? Strive for a harmonious blend of endurance, strength, patience, and other qualities. Use endurance to persevere through challenges while applying strength and strategy to overcome them efficiently. Cultivate patience, but remain proactive in pursuing your objectives. Embrace a holistic approach to personal development. Time is the school in which we learn. Time is the fire in which we burn. Viewing time as both teacher and destroyer may foster anxiety about aging and missed opportunities. This duality might lead to a fatalistic outlook, diminishing our motivation to act. Does this perspective hinder our ability to live fully in the present moment? Embrace time as a resource to be cherished rather than feared. Focus on making meaningful use of the present instead of worrying about the past or future. Set purposeful goals and engage in activities that enrich your life. Practice mindfulness to appreciate each moment and alleviate anxiety about time's passage. Patience and time do more than strength or passion. Overemphasizing patience and time might cause us to underestimate the impact of decisive action and enthusiasm. Can passive waiting achieve what determined effort and passion can? Perhaps neglecting strength and passion limits our potential to effect change and achieve our goals. Combine patience and time with active effort and passion. Let your enthusiasm drive you to take meaningful actions while using patience to sustain your long-term vision. Recognize that both patience and passion have roles to play, and leveraging them together can lead to greater success. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Suppressing anger might lead to unresolved issues and internal resentment. Is it always beneficial to hold back emotions, or could addressing them constructively be more effective? Avoiding confrontation may prevent necessary communication and healing. Practice mindful responses to anger rather than suppression. Acknowledge your feelings and express them in a calm, respectful manner. Seek to understand the root causes of your anger and address them directly. Healthy communication can prevent prolonged sorrow and strengthen relationships. With time and patience, the mulberry leaf becomes a silk gown. This saying romanticizes transformation, but overlooks the effort and skill required to enact change. Time and patience alone don't turn leaves into gowns. Dedicated work does. Is it misleading to believe that waiting is enough to achieve significant results? Acknowledge the necessity of effort alongside time and patience. Invest in developing your skills and actively work towards your goals. Understand that transformation is a process that combines patience with consistent action. Set realistic expectations and celebrate incremental progress. The strongest of all warriors are these two: time and patience. While time and patience are powerful, relying on them exclusively might lead to missed opportunities that require immediate action. Are there not moments when decisiveness and courage are the true warriors needed? Overvaluing patience could result in complacency. Use time and patience wisely, but don't hesitate to act when necessary. Develop discernment to recognize when to wait and when to take bold steps. Balance patience with proactive decision-making to effectively navigate challenges. Employ a strategic approach that incorporates both waiting and action for optimal outcomes. Time is a created thing. To say, "I don't have time," is like saying, "I don't want to die." Suggesting that lacking time equates to lacking desire oversimplifies the complexities of modern life. People often juggle multiple responsibilities that genuinely limit their availability. This perspective might unfairly guilt individuals who are struggling to balance obligations, implying that their challenges stem from a lack of will rather than legitimate constraints. Instead of dismissing your time limitations, critically assess your priorities. Identify what truly matters to you and allocate your time accordingly. Practice setting boundaries to make space for important pursuits. Acknowledge your limitations while proactively managing your schedule to align with your genuine desires. Sometimes things aren't clear right away. That's where you need to be patient and persevere and see where things lead. Relying on patience when clarity is lacking might lead to prolonged confusion and missed opportunities. Waiting passively for understanding can hinder progress. Is it wise to merely persevere without seeking active solutions? Perhaps this approach delays necessary decisions and stifles initiative. While patience has its place, combine it with proactive exploration. Seek information, ask questions, and engage with mentors to gain clarity. Take deliberate steps to understand your situation better. By balancing patience with action, you can navigate uncertainty more effectively and make informed decisions. Pursue your goals with patience, resilience, and faith. Emphasizing patience and faith might overshadow the importance of strategy and tangible effort. Relying heavily on these qualities could lead to complacency, expecting results without concrete actions. Is resilience enough if it lacks direction? Perhaps this mindset undervalues the role of planning and skill development. Integrate patience and resilience with clear planning and consistent effort. Set specific, achievable goals and outline the steps needed to reach them. Cultivate skills relevant to your objectives. Maintain faith in your abilities, but back it up with actionable strategies to turn aspirations into reality. It takes time to create excellence. If it could be done quickly, more people would do it. This viewpoint might discourage people from pursuing excellence by emphasizing the daunting time commitment. It could imply that excellence is an exclusive realm, dissuading those who desire quicker results. Does stressing the time factor create unnecessary barriers to striving for high standards? Recognize that while excellence often requires time, focusing on consistent improvement can make the journey manageable. Break your larger goals into smaller, attainable milestones. Celebrate progress along the way to stay motivated. Understand that dedication accelerates growth, making excellence more accessible through sustained effort. To learn patience is not to rebel against every hardship. Suggesting that patience equates to accepting hardships might encourage passivity in the face of injustice or negative situations. Is it always virtuous to endure without resistance? Perhaps this stance discourages proactive problem-solving and advocating for positive change when faced with adversity. Differentiate between patience and complacency. Practice patience when it fosters growth, but don't hesitate to address hardships that require action. Evaluate situations critically to determine when to accept and when to challenge obstacles. Empower yourself to make changes that improve your circumstances while cultivating patience where appropriate. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. While time is precious, this saying might overlook the significance of how we choose to spend it. Simply valuing time doesn't guarantee meaningful use. Is it enough to recognize time's value without considering purpose and impact? Perhaps this perspective needs a deeper exploration of intentional living. Beyond acknowledging time's value, consciously direct it towards activities that align with your values and goals. Practice mindful time management by prioritizing tasks that bring fulfillment. Regularly reflect on how your time investment contributes to your personal and professional growth, adjusting as necessary to enhance its worth. Patience is the key to paradise. Portraying patience as the sole key might neglect other crucial qualities like effort, wisdom, and compassion. Could this emphasis lead to passive waiting rather than active pursuit of one's goals? Perhaps relying solely on patience may prevent individuals from taking necessary steps toward their own version of paradise. View patience as one of several important tools in your journey. Combine it with actionable plans, learning, and empathy. Actively work towards your aspirations while allowing patience to help you navigate delays and setbacks. Recognize that achieving your goals often requires a harmonious blend of patience and proactive endeavor. Be patient with yourself. Nothing in nature blooms all year. While it's true that constant productivity isn't sustainable, this analogy might be used to justify prolonged inactivity or lack of progress. Can comparing human potential to natural cycles limit our belief in what's possible? Perhaps it inadvertently sets low expectations for personal development. Allow yourself periods of rest and reflection, understanding they're essential for growth. Set realistic goals that account for downtime, but remain committed to your overall progress. Use these periods to recharge and strategize, ensuring that when you are active, you're fully engaged and effective in your pursuits. Pursue your dream with patience, persistence, and prayer. Relying on patience and prayer might lead to passive hopefulness without tangible action. Is persistence alone enough, if not directed by effective strategies? This approach could risk neglecting practical steps necessary to achieve one's dreams, placing too much emphasis on faith over effort. Combine your patience and persistence with concrete actions and well-thought-out plans. set specific objectives, and develop a roadmap to reach them. While prayer or reflection can provide inner strength, ensure you're also taking external steps to make your dreams a reality. Balance faith with initiative and practical execution. Pursue your goals with patience and passion, for the journey is as rewarding as the destination. Focusing on the journey's reward might diminish the importance of reaching the actual destination. Is it possible that this mindset could lead to aimless wandering rather than purposeful progress? Perhaps overemphasizing the journey allows for complacency, causing us to lose sight of our original goals. Appreciate the experiences along the way, but keep your end goals in clear focus. Use your passion to fuel both the journey and the pursuit of your objectives. Regularly revisit and adjust your goals to stay aligned with your aspirations. By balancing enjoyment of the journey with determination to reach your destination, you ensure a fulfilling and purpose-driven path.